Hello, I'm Kristen Lee. It's a couple days before vacation day, so I'm dyeing my hair. Okay, I know what time. Hopefully I do not talk the entire 20 minutes that this has to sit on my head. But I wanted to talk about Yellowjackets, and I wanted to review season 3. So I'm gonna give you kind of what it is, and then you decide if it's for you if you haven't seen it yet, and then I'm gonna spoil the crap out of it. So if you haven't seen season 3 and you want to, I'll tell you when to click off. But so the whole premise of the show is this team of, I want to say high school soccer girls. They're going to this championship thing, and they're going on their way to Canada, and their plane goes down. And it's dual timeline, so you get when the plane went down and them being as teenagers, and then you get them as an adult. And he only give you like a handful of who made it out, because I still don't know who out of this team has made it out. Like, some of the people that I pegged as they're not gonna make it. There's no way this kid survives this Lord of the Flies adventure. And then they pop up later on. I'm like, how did you survive this? Anyway, so first 2 seasons were amazing. So there's a character that battles with addiction and alcoholism. She wants to be this mom / housemaker kind of thing, and she ends up having an affair, and that goes sideways, and that kind of starts tying some of these characters together. There's a true crime junkie that loves, everything true crime and how to do things, but she also is a geriatric nurse. That's Christina Ricci's character. She's one of my faves. There is somebody that is running for Senate. I'm trying to think. There's one that owns like a vintage shop kind of thing. Hold on one second, I gotta sneeze. Okay, so anyway, so they all grow up and they have these different lives. And the whole idea is what happened in the woods stays in the woods. That's their pact. And this part of the group, it looks like a suicide, but it's not. And the whole first season is them trying to figure out who's blackmailing the survivors of this team. And it's so good, because like, I would have something in my craw where I was like, I got it. I figured out who this one is No, I was totally wrong. And then season 2, they start finding out answers, but then it just leads to more questions. So it's really like, it flies by. Like I think it's 8 episodes, 9 episodes. It flies by. But it's tough to keep in, like, try and figure out where all the balls are gonna drop. And there's certain characters that I absolutely hate, and that's gonna be in the spoiler part. But in the second season, they need help with something, and Christina Ricci's character reaches out to her true crime group, and the person that responds and wants to help is Elijah Wood. So it was so good. And there was like a cult and all this other stuff. So it was so good. So, spoilers. I'm gonna let you click off if you want to click off. I'll put my little thing so that you know that it's coming, because let me tell you something, all right? Are you gone? Everybody that watched still here? Okay. Season 3, what the heck? What is going on? I already didn't like Shauna, okay? Shauna was a hot mess. I don't like her. I don't like how she treats her family. I don't like how she treats her friends. I don't like how she makes everything about her. I think it was incredibly traumatic to have a child in the wilderness? Absolutely. Do I think that she repressed everything so that she could try and have the life she has? Yes. But she's a horrible human being, and I don't like her. And then R.I.P. Coach Ben. Like, crap, dude. That is not, I don't ever want to go out like that. Like, the fact that he was surviving with one leg. I don't know. And then I did like the frog bit. Did like that. I thought that was, because I'm like, you're in the wilderness. You're going to have all these different sounds, and they're teenagers. So a lot of them haven't even experienced like heavy duty camping or things like that, because as far as I know, all my friends that are into that, they didn't get into it until their late teens into their college years. So I was just like, I'm pretty sure it's not this whatever they call it, the it or it. I don't know. I want to know more about Ty's dual personality. Like, she had it before it came out in the wilderness, you know, where she's eating dirt and things like that. She had it before that. So what triggered it? You know, is it a psychological thing? Is it a spiritual thing? Did they have a haunted house? And some entity has been like just taking a ride on this person? I want those answers. I really thought we were going to lose Van. And she's one of my favorite characters too. I mean, the fact that her character survived a bear attack is insane. I hate Shauna. Hate her husband. You know damn well that kid pushed Lottie down the stairs. You know. And then Lottie, how did she survive the wilderness? How did this crazy girl, who in the 90s would have been still hospitalized, and then we find out that her dad is like Daddy Warbucks and lives in a penthouse. So why was she in a public school on a soccer team? Like, that's what I want to know. I didn't like Lottie, and I like the fact that she made like a lot of money on her craziness, and she made that whole retreat thing, but I don't know. And I wanted to know what she was apologizing for. Who was she apologizing to in the mirror? That didn't get answered. And then they find the dead body and they just let the husband go. What's going on with that? There's no investigation. I don't know. I did like the prank that the daughter did at the school lunch. And when Shauna was like, that was great, let's watch it again, that would be me. That would totally be me. And then if for whatever reason you're just watching to hear me rant, the girls at her school are making rumors of what these girls had to do to survive in the wilderness. And they're like, oh, I bet, they had to eat bodies and this, that, the other thing. So somehow the daughter DoorDashes like organ meat from the butcher. And then at lunch, she goes, oh, my mom had this left over. I wanted to share it in case you wanted it too. And she dumps it all over the table. And I'm like, yep, that was pretty good. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. And like I said, I really liked the, was it Joel something is the tracker, and then the scientists. I thought that's how they got, that's how they were taken out of the wilderness. I thought that's how they were saved. And then frickin' Lottie throws an axe at the dude. And I'm like, so that means that they were longer? Are they going to stay another winter? Like, there's so many questions. Yeah. So I'm hoping if they come back for season 4 that we get more answers from Ty and whatever that no-eyed dude is about. Like, is it part of her childhood, or, you know, is it like Slender Man? Like, what is it? I'm trying to think of who else. And I'm just curious who else made it, because the end with Hilary Swank, I liked her as an addition, and I'm curious what's going to happen. Freaking Shauna went nuts. But I keep counting them down, and I'm like, who else made it? You know, and did the girl that was taking care of the animals, did she make it out? Like, does she have a sanctuary somewhere? Like, I got questions. I got a lot of questions. Yeah. But like, I got to the season finale, and I was like, really? That's where we're leaving it, right there. No answers at all. And then, do you think that Shauna was being messed with? Do you think that she is repeatedly getting blackmailed, or do you think it's all in her head? I don't know. I'm 50-50, because I do think that someone is going after the Yellowjackets, but I don't think it's the way that they're thinking. And I don't know how, like, Elijah Wood can't find like a Reddit thread or something like that to prove or disprove it, because his character is one of those very smart, you know, just really into it kind of guys. But yeah, so that was my rant about Yellowjackets. Let me know. I know I missed a lot, so if you want to talk about it in the comments, let's talk about it in the comments. Sorry I look crazy. I gotta go rinse. But yeah, it was crazy. Do you think they're going to get picked up for season 4? Do you think it's doing well enough that it's going to keep going? I hope so. And I hope we're able to keep the cast, but we'll see. I hope you're having a great day, great week. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.